All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. God bless y'all. I'm Jarvis Kingston. I hope y'all doing all right in these times that we're in. Now, today I want to discuss about adversity. Dealing with hard times, dealing with hardship, dealing with unfortunate circumstances, or having a tough time day by day or week by week or monthly, or going through a hardship in your life. This is a topic that's very relevant today. As you can see, so much going on in the country. There's so much going on in the world, on a global scale, on a racial scale, in our personal lives, our work lives, our relationship. Everything is a real challenge. Everything is a real struggle. Everything's a real battle and fight out here. And some people may have it. Some people may have it really good. And a lot of people, man, are just down bad in different ways. Some people may be down bad mentally, financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically. People feel stuck. They feel stagnant. Some people feel complacent. They kind of feel like, so a lot of people out here feel very unmotivated. They feel very just a little bitter, a lot of anxiety. And that's what hard times can kind of do to someone. Those hard times, those adverse situations, they can really get the worst out of someone. There's that phrase that says pressure can bust pipes or make diamonds. There's a few people that's making diamonds out of their situations and adversity, and there's a lot of people just folding under pressure. There's a lot of people giving up, a lot of people quitting, a lot of people going another direction, a lot of people hitting a U-turn, a lot of people not wanting to put up the fight and the struggle in their daily lives, their daily battles, and it's very hard out here nowadays, regardless of what your situation is. If you're a person that has a child or you have children, there's a lot of adversity on you and your kids, man, and you're doing your best, you're trying hard, and you just feel kind of stuck. You just feel like you're not where you truly want to be in life. You just feel like, man, I want to prosper, and things aren't going the way I want them to, and this is a very challenging time for a lot of us people out here, man. Middle-aged people, especially us young people. Us young people are just now like finishing school. We're trying to figure out our lives and our purpose. We're trying to excel. We're trying to advance. We're working hard. We're trying different things. And things just aren't happening or opening up the way we want them to, or we're probably not being patient enough or not going about it the right way. And, man, adversity hits hard, man. Hardships are meant to make a fool out of you, but you have to be strong and patient, and you have to really rise up out of your situation. You have to really work through everything, man. Straight up, man. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. I don't want to say this on some mumble jumble stuff or a motivational speech. I'm saying this from a personal experience. Like, we're all in this real battle right now, mentally especially, and we're fighting ourselves to get out of that dark place mentally. We're fighting those negative dark thoughts. We're fighting that trauma. We're fighting those suicidal thoughts or that depression or the anxiety, whatever's going through your mind, or those hurtful experiences from your past. We're fighting to move past that stage. And then we're also fighting our current situation, whether you don't like something at the job, at the workplace, or your battle with your relationships or your friendships or things at the job or your career. It's like you're kind of at a crossroads right now, and those hard times really have your back against the wall. I pray to God that whoever's listening to this, that down the road you get your joy, your desires accomplished, you get back to being happy all over again, you get back to being joyful, you get back to living your life abundantly and where you truly want to be and fulfill your purpose, and benefit others around you. I know right now you're going through a very hard time. You're down bad. You're probably confused or hurting or just feeling really disappointed. I pray that you get through that hard times. I pray that you handle your adversity the best way you can. I pray to God that you get baptized, you start your life over for God. I pray that you handle your situations the best way you can. You keep God first and you handle it day by day, and really hold yourself accountable, improve on other areas of your life, man. Really work on yourself, real talk. So, adversity, man, it's a very crazy thing that we're all dealing with right now, man. So I'm going to read some scriptures that talks about adversity and just go from there. The book of James, chapter 1, verse 2 through 4. Consider it all joy, my brethren, when you encounter various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance. And let endurance have its perfect result, so that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. The book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 17. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 28. And we know that God causes all things to work together for the good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. The book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 10. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not anxiously look about you, for I am with you, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Surely I will help you. Surely I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. The book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 24. A man of too many friends comes to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. The book of Psalm, chapter 55, verse 22. Cast your burden upon the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never allow the righteous to be shaken. The book of John, chapter 16, verse 33. These things I have spoken to you, so that in me you may have peace. In the world you have tribulation, but take courage, I have overcome the world. The book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 31. Yet those who wait for the Lord will gain new strength. They will mount up with wings like eagles. They will run and not get tired. They will walk and not become weary. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 13. No temptation has overtaken you, but such as in common to man, and God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able. But with the temptation will provide the way of escape also, so that you will be able to endure it. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11. For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for calamity, to give you a future and hope. The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 16 through 18. Therefore we do not lose heart, but though our outer man is decaying, yet our inner man is being renewed day by day. For monetarily light affliction is producing for us an eternal weight of glory far beyond all comparison, while we look not to all things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things that which are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. The book of Psalm, chapter 23, verse 4. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. The book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 13. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. The book of Psalm, chapter 46, verse 1. For the choir director, Psalm of the sons of Korah, said to Alamoth, a song, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. The book of Psalm, chapter 34, verse 8. O taste and see that the Lord is good. How blessed is the man who takes refuge in him. The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 35. Who will separate us from the love of Christ? Will tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? The book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 26. The righteous is a guide to his neighbor, but the way of the wicked leads them astray. The book of Psalm, chapter 50, verse 15. Call upon me in the day of my trouble. I shall rescue you, and you will honor me. The book of Psalm, chapter 145, verse 14. The Lord sustains all who fall, and raises up all who are bowed down. The book of Psalm, chapter 34, verse 17. The righteous cry, and the Lord hears and delivers them out of their troubles. The book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 28. Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 31. What then shall we say to these things? If God is for us, who is against us? The book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 21. He who overcomes, I will grant to him to sit down with me on my throne, as I also overcome and sat down with my Father on his throne. The book of James, chapter 1, verse 12 through 15. Blessed is a man who perseveres under trial, for once he has been approved, he will receive the crown of life which the Lord has promised to those who love him. Let no one say when he is tempted, I am being tempted by God. For God cannot be tempted by evil, and he himself does not tempt anyone. But each one is tempted when he is carried away and enticed by his own lust. Then when lust has conceived, it gives birth to sin. And when sin is accomplished, it brings forth death. The book of 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7, casting all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. The book of 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 12 through 13, beloved, do not be surprised at the fiery ordeal among you, which comes upon you for your testing, as though some strange thing were happening to you, but to the degree that you share the sufferings of Christ, keep on rejoicing, so that also at the revelation of his glory you may rejoice with exultation. The book of 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8, be of sober spirit, be on the alert. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. The book of John chapter 15 verse 13, greater love has no one than this, that one laid down his life for his friends. The book of Job chapter 42 verse 5, I have heard of you by the hearing of the ear, but now my eye sees you. The book of 1 Samuel chapter 18 verse 1 through 3, now it came about when he had finished speaking to Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit to the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as himself. Saul took him that day and did not let him return to his father's house. Then Jonathan made a covenant with David, because he loved him as himself. The book of Proverbs chapter 22 verse 24 through 25, do not associate with a man given to anger, or go with a hot-tempered man, or you will learn his ways and find a snare for yourself. The book of Proverbs chapter 27 verse 5 through 6, better is open rebuke than love that is concealed. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but deceitful are the kisses of an enemy. So, man, I hope that y'all get through y'all hard times, man. Y'all get through adversity and those challenging times that you're dealing with, and that God be with you. I pray to God that whoever listens to this message, they repent. I hope that y'all repent and get baptized and start your lives over for God, man. Life with God is so much easier than life without the Lord. So repent and change your ways. I'm Jarvis Kingston. I got much love for y'all. Peace and blessings. Y'all take care.